Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Theme Park Obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today we're hanging out at Knott's Berry Farm to see what's going on this week and talk about the Boysenberry Festival. So how about you and I dive right in. Made it back to Knott's Berry Farm on this cloudy day. It's a Saturday at the time of recording this. A few people are heading into the park today. I expect it to be a little busy, but that's a good thing for Knott's Berry Farm. Everyone's having a good time. And the next couple days, the famous Boysenberry Festival will be starting, so we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But we're also just going to cruise around the park and see what's going on for the week. Very easy park entry today, even though the crowds are here, and pretty soon the big giant boysenberries will be adorning this area. Now, since I'm here on a weekend, I'm hoping that they have the Fiesta Village pathway open because I really want to check out the construction work happening over there. Ooh, look at this, perfect timing. Here comes Silver Bullet. There she goes through the vertical loop. Oh yeah, such a good ride. Ooh, we got some booths set up. And what's great is I'm seeing a lot of two-train operations on some of the roller coasters. It's just kind of walking in. That's a good thing, especially on a Saturday. That means they're being as efficient as possible today, getting people in and out of the attractions quickly. Looks like the pathway is blocked off. Very interesting. So they might be doing some heavy work over there. We made it over here to the Wilderness Dance Hall because just a couple days ago, Knott's invited us out to get a little sneak preview of what's to offer at the Boysenberry Festival as far as the tasty treats are concerned. And let me tell you, like years past, the food was so delicious. I'll cut to a few clips here in just a moment, but what's really nice is Knott's has a lot of good options this year. We only were able to sample just a few of them, but this year they have a lot of options, including a bunch of new vegan and vegetarian ones. And when I was talking to the chefs, they said that you can alter and modify just about everything at the Boysenberry Festival to meet your dietary needs. So that's very nice of Knott's to be able to do that and offer, of course, more vegan and vegetarian items, because I always get that question here on the channel, how many items are vegan and vegetarian. Oh, I think Pony Express is going. There she goes. That's our version of Tron here in California. But let's cut to the Boysenberry preview just a couple days ago. Hello, Whittles. I see that you got the Boysenberry pie again. Hey, you know what? It's okay, though. It's the Boysenberry Festival. I'll allow it this time. And, of course, it wouldn't be the Boysenberry Festival without some merchandise. And look at this Boysenberry bag. That is so cool. I like that. It's awesome. Of course, you can get all the Boysenberry goodies to make iced tea at home. They have chocolate, and they have some Boysenberry no-bake cheesecake available for you. They have coffee and everything, crumble cake. And look at this. They even have a bubble wand this year. How awesome. Yeah, let's get it in action here. Oh, yeah. It's even got special effects. It's got lighting up here. That is so cool. Then we got the parasol. So you can team up your bubble wand with the parasol and you can do just like that in the park. And look at this. They have a Boysenberry Festival Spirit jersey. They have long sleeves and t-shirts and hoodies. Lemon bar mix. Yeah, there's a lot of merchandise, and again, this is just a sampling of what's going to be available in the park. Okay, first item up for grabs here, buffalo chicken.
You have to smell this.
Yeah, it's smell-o-vision. If that was a thing, you guys would be in heaven right now. But it's buffalo chicken over white.
Buffalo chicken, so I'll be the judge of this. Sure.
Yeah, it's over white mac and cheese with a Boysenberry ranch. Mm-hmm. And Michael is a huge fan of the buffalo chicken. So is it good?
That's good.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. And this is just our first item of the night and already a slam dunk. Yeah, this is very good. Another item that we tried were the chicken wings with boysenberry and sweet honey glaze. And those are pretty good.
Yeah, they're good.
And the other item that we picked up were the corn nuggets. Now, Michael wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I did not like
of that, but I personally love the corn nuggets, and they have like a boysenberry sauce that is drizzled on top of those. Very delicious.
What it was, I think it's just the flavor, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe the flavor, the consistency could throw some people off. It's almost like a deep fried corn, like pieces of corn.
I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't my favorite.
It almost reminded me of like a hush puppy, but like not a hush puppy. I don't know. It was like in the same kind of family, but it was pretty good. I liked it, but yeah, like Michael was saying, some people are probably not gonna like it, so it's a hit or miss. Okay, we opted in for a beverage. This is a boysenberry margarita. Oh yeah. Yeah, the margarita is very good.
Yeah.
Nice little subtle hint of boysenberry in there with the classic flavors of a margarita. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Knott's does really good boysenberry drinks.
Yeah.
They do a really good job. If you've never had their boysenberry beer, that's also really good. But out there I saw they have a boysenberry milkshake IPA. So I'm gonna have to try that.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
A milkshake?
I've never, I don't think it's a milkshake, but I think it's just like,
But
it's supposed
yeah.
to taste like a milkshake. So I saw that and I was like, I might have to try that. That's interesting. I didn't see that last year, but these margaritas, very good. Okay, next up for me is the boysenberry beef tips over some Parmesan grits, some green onions on there. I'm a hit or miss when it comes to grits, so this is gonna be interesting. Okay, definitely not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. The beef tip is pretty tender, which is awesome. And the grits are not that bad. As someone who's not a fan of grits, no, this is actually really works really well together because that boysenberry like gravy or sauce they have on it, it complements everything so well. But the meat is so tender. Like I was not expecting it. That was really good. And then Michael grabbed a boysenberry sausage hoagie with peppers and onions inside, a little bit of mustard on top. Oh yeah.
Say that 3 times.
No.
Okay, pretty much what you would expect. It's a sausage link with boysenberry sauce on it. It tastes good and the sausage really well too.
So super simple.
Yeah, very simple.
Okay, cool. Okay, it's time for the boysenberry milkshake IPA. Michael went for another margarita. But I'm very curious about this. Ooh, interesting. And see, it's sweet like a cider, but it's not a cider. That's actually really good. And I'm not a beer guy. I don't really care for beer. I'm more of just a hard liquor kind of guy. Mixed drink, cocktail, I'll take any of those. But a beer, I'll pass up. But this? I would be down to get a full serving of this in the park. Made it back inside and we had to go for seconds on the mac and cheese. It's so yummy. We're just kind of enjoying the warmth in here because it's, again, super cold outside. Yeah, it's freezing out there. So we're just chilling here, enjoying our beverages and mac and cheese. But yeah, I mean, Boysenberry Festival is one of our favorites here, and we're so happy and thankful that Knott's was able to invite us out yet again for the preview event. So yeah, huge shout out to Knott's Berry Farm. But let's continue our journey through Ghost Town and work our way around into the Boardwalk. It's also, I say this a million times on the channel, but it's also amazing how, you know, they'll do this all up for the Boysenberry Festival, and then they'll transform it for Knott's Scary Farm. They'll put a haunted house in here. It's crazy. And another really cool thing about the festival is all of the beautiful flower displays they have scattered around the park, and you could kind of see they're starting to switch things out here and there. I've noticed a few things in Ghost Town as well, so that's going to be really nice to see once the official kickoff begins. Wow, look at those dark clouds over there. I don't know if it's going to rain or not. It didn't say in the forecast it would, but you never know what Mother Nature's going to do. I should have brought the umbrella. I had it in the car, but I'm like, I don't know. Oh, and look at this over here by the Berry Tales attraction. A giant boysenberry has appeared. Yeah, see, the fertilizer here at Knott's Berry Farm is very good. Oh, look, here's another one. Oh, look at this here on the Boardwalk. The Scrambler looks to be going through a refurbishment. Don't worry, though. These kind of flat rides go through refurbishments pretty quickly here at Knott's Berry Farm, so this one shouldn't be down for too long. Still not sure when the Pacific Coast Pastries and Roast is going to open. Hopefully soon, because this is a nice little addition to the Boardwalk. Ooh, and look at this. It seems like they're working on the stage over here by the Sky Tower. And over here at Accelerator, still no word on when this attraction is going to reopen. I hope it's sometime soon. And I think it's safe to say, with coaster manufacturers that make these cable launch coasters, I don't think they're ever going to do these types of coasters ever again with this cable launch. They'll definitely do these big giant structures, but they'll just use magnets instead of the pulley system here, because these systems are very finicky, and they also serve to be a nightmare in the Department of Reliability. So we're seeing this around the industry. You know, King Dakar has had some issues in the past over at Six Flags Great Adventure. And then look what they're doing to Top Thrill Dragster over at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. They've completely removed this particular section of the ride. And we're thinking in the rumor mill that they will move towards a magnet system. So I don't think they're going to go for magnetics here at Accelerator. They're going to, I think, go for just trying to make sure they can fix the cable launch system. But it is interesting to watch when you kind of zoom out into the industry and just look at what they're building today versus what they built, you know, 15 to 20 years ago. Magnetics are taking over because just the magnetics are more reliable. With that said though, I hope they get Accelerator up and running very, very soon, because there really is nothing like this launch. This is a very good launch and a very good attraction here at Knott's Berry Farm. Well, thankfully I walked over here to check up on this side of the park because they have the pathway open into Fiesta Village, and look at this. They've redone all the paving over here, so this looks nice. And work is continuing on those facades. Yeah, look at this, all new pavement. This is like that stamped concrete to make it look like brick, and I love the texture here. And it's nice to see them have Jaguar open during construction, as well as the wave swinger. Beyond the construction fence though, on this side, looking towards Silver Bullet, I can't really see anything from this angle, and there aren't any holes in the construction fences to peek through. So I would assume they're just working on a lot of concrete work and of course that fountain work that's underneath this turnaround on Jaguar. But on this side, they do have a couple peek holes through the fence there, and you can see that they do have a lot of work happening on the pavement and work around the Revolution attraction. So that's really nice to see. And then over here by Montezuma's Revenge, work continues on the attraction. It's very interesting though, because the Fiesta Village project is supposed to open up, I think sometime around the summer, and not too much movement has been happening on the Montezuma's Revenge end. So I'm wondering if crews are just wanting to finish the main bulk of the project first and then move on to Montezuma's Revenge last. Because they could knock this out relatively quickly. Because again, I don't know how much of the existing structure is going to be changed facade-wise for the new Montezuma's Revenge attraction. So yeah, it's going to be fun to watch over the next few weeks, because yeah, the clock is continuing to tick. And also another thing to note, Revolution looks to have some new seats on it, on that spinning attraction, that swinging pendulum attraction. Looks like they've spruced up the seats on that, as well as the overhead restraints. And they've also gave the attraction a nice paint job too. See, this is what I'm talking about here on the Camp Snoopy side. There really isn't a lot happening as far as some aesthetic work on this station. It still looks the same from when they closed it initially. So very curious what the final look's gonna look like. I'm excited for it. I would assume that they're going to dress this particular section of the attraction. I mean, in the concept, it looks like things are a little bit dressed up, so I couldn't imagine it being the same. Uh-oh, interesting development here. This is breaking news. Breaking news. Charlie Brown is not catching rocks anymore. Someone else is. Well, no, actually, no one's catching rocks. These two are catching fish, but I can't tell who the characters are. Okay, no, it is Charlie Brown, but he has a bag over his head. See, that's weird. He didn't have a bag over his head and he was catching rocks, but the minute he puts the bag over his head, he's able to catch fish. You know what? That's the trick. That's the trick when you go fishing. And over here, a train's still missing. I don't know if they're refurbing it backstage like I've mentioned before, or this is just a permanent thing. I'm hoping that they bring something back, because it was such a great photo op here. And look at this over here at the famous Ghost Town Windmill. Knott's has already won a prize for those boysenberries. I mean, rightfully so. They are ginormous. Slowly working my way back up to the park exit, and I always love kind of just taking my time through Ghost Town, because sometimes you find these like funny little posters here and there, just little gems kind of scattered around the land. But look at this one. Looks like they're looking for a stage driver. $75 per month. It's a pretty good rate. It's also, by the way, a public hanging on Tuesday. And look, they got Western hats available here. They accept the nuggets, gold dust, or cash, just so you know. Oh, it looks like they're doing a special today, gumdrops. I don't want to forget as I'm walking out, but the Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant is going to be doing brunch on Saturdays and Sundays starting March 10th all the way up until April 16th. For the Boysenberry Festival, so keep that in mind. Well, that was fun, and I hope all of you enjoyed that very quick trip to Knott's Berry Farm. If you did, go ahead and do me a huge favor and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Knott's Berry Farm or some of your other favorite theme parks, consider subscribing, because I have brand new videos every single week. Be sure to check out the Instagram account by following the link down below. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the park. Bye.